Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to this quick little impromptu review. So I ordered this for what feels like forever ago, and as you can already tell from the title, this is a smart kettle. This is to work in addition to, well, the rest of my house. Slight tangent, will only last a few seconds. So I went and stayed at my mum's house a little while ago, and when I was there I found it actually quite difficult not being in a house with smart appliances. So I would find that I would naturally just go to call out to Google to turn on the TV, turn off the TV, change what I'm watching on the TV, to put something on for Netflix, to turn the light on, to turn the light off. My first thought was just to call out to Google and ask Google questions. Mainly because I'm just so used to it here at my house, because in the living room I have a Google Home, I have a TV, I have lights in the living room. In my bedroom I have a Google Home, I have a TV, I have lights in my bedroom. I have lights in the dining room. The main places I don't have anything is in the kitchen, the bathroom, and my office. But now I'm adding in some of that connectivity into the kitchen. I am also looking at changing out this light switch so that I can turn the kitchen light off and on and the back light off and on with Google, but I'm going slowly. I'm keeping my pace. But without further ado, let's open this box. So as the title mentions, what I've got here is the Kogan SmarterHome 1.7 litre Smart Glass Kettle. I think that's how you pronounce the name, I'm not entirely sure. So let's just open up the box. So it's a pretty blank, generic box. A couple of holes dented into it. I blame that on the shipping company. It's arrived a week late. Freaking useless. First thing we are greeted with, as most boxes greet you with, is the instruction manuals. Oh, and a little pamphlet showing off their website, the Kogan.com website. This is not sponsored. I just brought this because I like having smart home stuff. So, underneath all of that, we have got the smart kettle. And then of course we've got the base for the kettle where it plugs in. So it's under my assumption that there's nothing smart in the base of this kettle. It feels pretty empty. This is just a connector so that it can connect to the kettle. So with this kettle, apparently it's got a little touchscreen here. Push that to open that. And this little diddly thing in here, I believe it's the temperature sensor. Or maybe even a sensor to make sure that you don't boil it while it's empty. Definitely need to give it a quick rinse though. Not the cleanest brand new kettle I've ever seen. So back to this little guide here. First page, install and register the application. Next page, how to add the kettle to the application. Page after that, how to connect it to Google Home. And the very back page is how to connect it to your Alexa. Alright, so for the first time I've put about a litre of water in there. What's that, like 1.2 litres? Right. Oh, powered on. Alright, so it seems to be telling me the temperature of the water. Then we've got, we can set what we want it to boil at. well, what temperature we want the water at, and then we can turn it on. Okay, so it seems that the little screen on the kettle will be giving you live updates of the temperature as to which the water is at. So now that we kind of see that it works as a normal kettle, like any old $15 to $10 kettle would cost, let's connect it to Google now. Okay, so I've set up the account, I've gone into edit, I've clicked add device, I've searched and found the kettle. No, I've searched and found kitchen appliance, clicked kettle, and now it's saying power on the device and confirm that the indicator light rapidly blinks. Now I'm not going to show you how to set up the app and all of that stuff because it... Oh wait, it's found it? Okay, cool. Oh, great. Device name? Well, I'm just going to call it kettle, because that's what it is, it's a kettle. You also might know it by like a jug or something like that. Okay, so the main page has got a couple of options. So it's got on, off, it's got what its current temperature is, which is, it's only 1 degree off, but I'm guessing that it's not going to be a real-time continuously updating thing. It's got a keep warm option, and then there's also a schedule option where you can add schedule data. So that's for if you want the kettle to boil at 6 AM, so you can get out of bed and not have to, go to all that effort to put your finger out and start the kettle. That's very difficult at 6 AM, of course. Who am I kidding? I brought this thing just so I don't have to do that exact thing. Okay. I don't actually understand that. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly re-record this little part of the video because I ended up having to read through the manual. It took a few extra steps and it took me ages to record because I was talking the whole way through and I can't really edit it down to something small, bite-sized and coherent. So, quick summary. When you add it into Google Home, you're not adding the Kogan app. You're not adding Kogan in directly. They have another third-party server which is dealing with that transaction, which is in Google Home under Smart Home. So then what you're doing is you're linking Smart Home using your Kogan user account, which is linked between Smart Home and Kogan. So you're linking Smart Home to your Google account. So your Google account will send the message to Smart Home, which is linked to the Kogan, which will send the message to your kettle. So it's sort of a third party. It looks like their servers are connected, but Kogan does have its own branding compared to Smart Home, which has its own branding. So if you're looking in the Google app for the Kogan application, you're not going to find it because it simply isn't there. They've gone and used a third party to get that connection. It's an option which I personally don't prefer because I don't like it having to jump through so many different steps, but it's also not a bad thing. And at the end of the day, the kettle's working, it's working great. So when you go into Google Home, it has a switch icon, and when you click into it, all it's got is the on-off. So what I was hoping for is that you'd be able to see the temperature of it in Google Home, because I know that you are able to send that sort of information to Google Home with things such as thermostats. You can ask Google what the status of it is, what the kettle is doing. Hey Google, what is the kettle doing?
The kettle is on.
And it will tell you if it's on, e.g. boiling, or off, e.g. it's either finished or it's cold. You just can't ask anything more than that. So if you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching my video. Like, share, subscribe, check out some of the other videos. I do random videos. This channel doesn't have a direct type of video doesn't have direct context of what it's all about.